Hi there. Hello, Carol Hamilton, talking today to all of my fellow real estate agents in Omaha, in the country, wherever. So I'm going to wait just a moment for a few more people to hop on, and I have something really important to talk about with you. So I have been very fortunate to be introduced to something that is absolutely crucial in the safety for real estate agents. So right now we've all heard, as far as real estate agents go, you go on listings, you go on open houses. How many times a day, how many times a week do you feel like maybe you're in a situation as a real estate agent where maybe you feel a little unsafe, maybe you feel a little threatened, maybe you are worried about who you're actually showing a house to. So the ideal would be that, you're supposed to completely vet the person that you're supposed to show a house to, right? The ideal would be for them to come into the office, bring their driver's license, so you know who you're showing a house to, right? That would absolutely be the ideal. It would be the ideal that two agents do an open house. It would be the ideal that two agents show properties together. There's a lot of ideals in real estate, and what we know to be true is that most of the time we are not able to totally do the vetting process, to totally have two agents at a listing, to totally have two agents at an open house. And so really, I'm talking to real estate agents today, but this applies to a lot of professions. It applies to a lot of people who work alone and could be in danger. It applies to anybody that works with the public, and it applies to a lot of cases. But specifically for real estate agents, this is a new device that has an optional safety feature. So what it has on it is a button that you can push twice, and it will send out an emergency text, emergency email, most people do emergency text, to someone that you have designated with your GPS location. So what is the device? If any of you know about Fitbit, Fitbit is huge, gigantic, absolutely millions and millions of Fitbits sold since 2008. Well, this is a Fitbit on steroids. And so for anybody, a lot of the other health indicator features are, it also measures your blood pressure, so your vital signs, your blood pressure, your respiratory rate, your mood, your energy, your EKG, and then it absolutely has this optional safety feature that you could push if you were in some kind of danger, if you had a problem, if you had chest pain, and it's going to notify the person that you designate that you have an emergency text and that with your GPS location. So, I can't tell you how many times as a real estate agent, I just felt uncomfortable going into a situation, going into, there's so many people that call us out of the middle of nowhere that we really don't know who they are. We've all heard the horror stories of agents being attacked or worse. And nobody, if you're 9 o'clock in the morning, nobody even knows anything's happened to you for what, 5-8 hours? So if you have a device where you can push a button to emergency notify somebody that you're in trouble with your GPS location, that's huge for real estate agents, for any number of situations. Also for, your kids, they're walking to school and they have some kind of problem that they need you. Any kind of emergency situation that goes on these days with, the horrible things that people do in this world, like mall shootings or whatever those cases may be. If you have an elderly parent, an elderly grandparent, and it is monitoring their blood pressure, and their blood pressure is rising and rising, and you can get notified on your smartphone that they're having a medical issue before it turns into a medical event or death. That's huge. So there's any number of population that this can work for. But since I'm a real estate agent, I really want to make sure agents are aware of this. So basically it's like a Fitbit on steroids. It's a wristband that you wear on your wrist, just like a Fitbit, and can do those things plus vital signs, blood pressure, respiratory rate, EKG, and that optional safety feature for you that you can push a button if you need help to notify somebody. It is the first wearable technology that can monitor all of that. It's a 5-year-old company that's actually in 195 countries already, but they're launching in the United States with this device, and they've been here for the last almost 4 months. And in 4 months, they've already sold 250,000 of these in the last 4 months. And they're anticipated the wearable technology market for wristbands in 2020 is anticipated to be 164 million units, not dollars, units. And so ours will be a small portion of that line, but definitely a huge amount for people that need the extra things that this provides. And who in your family wouldn't you want to monitor with all of that? You know, it's not just for real estate agents. So it's for your kids walking to school. It's for real estate agents to have the peace of mind that they know they can, if they can't get to their cell phone immediately for calling for help in a bad situation, that they can just push a button on a wristband twice, and it will send an emergency signal to the person that they've designated with their GPS location. The other thing that's awesome for everyone, but really real estate agents as well, is in the last 7 days, they've also launched a product called BioZen. And what that is, it's a teeny tiny little piece like this that goes on the back of all of your electrical devices. So all of your cell phones, iPads, laptops, what real estate agent doesn't have maybe 5, 6, 10 kind of devices, baby monitors, all of those things put off horrible, horrible things for your body. And where are we putting them? Right next to our head, 24/7. Everybody has a cell phone, but a real estate agent particularly has this right next to their head all day long, or in their back pocket. And that is doing horrible things to you. We also have our iPads right here all day. Our laptops we're always on. And so do our kids right here. So the little patch then is helping neutralize all of those bad things that come from every single electrical device that you own. So we are partnered with Toshiba. They actually wanted to buy us, and our CEO is a brilliant, brilliant man who is responsible for a lot of the firsts in technology over the last 20 plus years. And he's absolutely committed to the model of this kind of distribution where it's not going to be sold in Target. It's not going to be sold in Walmart. So sorry, my internet was slow there. So it's not going to be sold in Target. It's not going to be sold in Walmart because our CEO absolutely knows that this kind of distribution will get it out the fastest to the most amount of people and to the benefit of people and not huge corporations. So it's been around, as a company has been around for 5 years. Toshiba then, even though they wanted to buy us and we said no, they still looked at our CEO, our business, our product, everything for 2 months and still insisted on partnering with us. So we have a great company in Toshiba with us. And if you know anything about the Consumer Electronics Show, that just happened 1 month ago in Las Vegas. The Consumer Electronics Show for, like it's a huge, huge thing. Toshiba actually spotlighted this product there at the CES. So an incredible product, huge for the safety of real estate agents and also for anybody in a number of jobs. Your children walking to school, someone jogging. I don't know how many times we hear where bad things happen to people. Bad people do bad things to someone, and you don't ever have a chance. Sorry, that was a text. And so you don't ever have a chance to do anything about that. And no, we don't want to think about the worst, but we have to prepare for the worst, right? And so if you have a wristband on your wrist, if you get in trouble, you're just able to push a button twice and it sends an emergency text to who you've designated with your GPS location. That's gigantic. That is absolutely huge. So it's something we should all be wearing. It's something that we all need to have. It looks awesome. So Antonio DeRosa, who has done a lot of the design and marketing for the last 2 iPhone versions and the Apple Watch, is now doing our stuff. So it looks amazing. It is amazing. It does incredible things. If you can watch a short webinar to learn more about it, then just stick an emoji or a sticker down in the comments below or message me. I'm happy to help you find out more about it, because you're not going to be able to walk into Walmart or Target and just go pick this up. So something that's distributed through people. And I was fortunate enough to be introduced to this, and I'm so excited about it, and it's absolutely something that we all need. So feel free to push the button that turns on your live notifications for me at the bottom here when I do more videos. Feel free to hit the share button. It's something we all need to know about. You can reach me by putting a little emoji below, and I'll contact you. You can also send me a message here on Facebook. You can call me if you want, 402-813-2044. But I'm excited about this. I'm excited that we have a tool that will help us in our day-to-day business, something that can just be on our wrist. We don't need to think about it unless we need it. And also something that can help you monitor the health indicators of your loved ones. So, if we never know who needs to know their blood pressure, right? We've already had instances of someone who took his EKG, since this monitors vital signs, blood pressure, respiratory rate, heart rate, EKG, mood, fatigue. We've already had people who have taken their EKG on their device and it's been abnormal. So they went to the hospital and their EKG was abnormal. So that person stayed overnight and didn't have to have a catastrophic medical event. We've had the same thing with people in blood pressure. There's so many conditions where your blood pressure just shoots through the roof, and for you or a parent or whoever it may be, we don't know that. We don't know that our blood pressure is rising until you have a medical event or death, right? So this, if your blood pressure is rising past the parameters you've put, that will send out a notification to you and to anybody else you designate. You got to check on them, or somebody that's fallen down. My husband had his own grandma who was too proud to wear the necklace with the little button. And yep, she fell down and broke something and laid there all night long. And with this, she wouldn't have had to do that. With this, she would have had something on her where she just could have pushed a button twice and been done. So please, I really encourage you to get with me about watching a short video of this. It's absolutely incredible. It's something we all need. And just shoot me a sticker, an emoji, or call me or message me. And I'm happy to talk to you about it. So let's all be safe. Let's all monitor our health. Oh, in the future, also, in the near future, it is also to do blood alcohol level. We all need that, right? That's cheaper than jail, or a ticket or an accident. And also, we'll do blood glucose level. So it's not a medical device, but it is a indicator. So talk to you soon.